Okay, this is a skull working, and as you can see, I have it already lit. I have prepared it. So what I did was I put the person's name on the skull and the back of the skull. It's quite a large candle. I put things like "You'll think of me," non-stop, um, "Contact me." You will want to be with. You want to be with me. Contact me. Love, hearts, things like that. That's what I've put all over it. And on the forehead, I'm putting the person's name, the actual client's name, and that puts the client on this person's mind, the target. So it's just to let you know that. And I have used some oils, and I will go over the oils again. So first of all, I'm putting a bit of this is Think of Me oil. So again, I'm putting it across the forehead, head in general. Now, this is Look for Me. So I'm putting that in the eye areas. He will look for him and keep his eyes on him and only him. This is a little healing oil just to mend their relationship. And a little reconciliation and a friendship oil as well, just to build bridges and bring them back together again, and just to heal the hurt from the past and stuff. So that's the way we go. Okay, now I'm putting a little ginger and cinnamon. That is for sexual attraction, and that's always good in spell work, even love work and stuff. It's good to put that in. A little bit of Damayana again to hold his attention in a lustful way, because I always say lust is the door opener for better things, bigger things. So even if the person's not really into committing to a relationship, lust puts you, at first base. These two people have been together, I should mention that. And so what we're doing is basically clearing the roadways and preparing them to have a better relationship than the one that they did have. That's a little love mix. And I'm going to put some road opener so it clears his head and removes blockages if that's bothering him. Whatever is bothering him, that will remove it. I haven't done a skull candle in a while, so sorry about the candle glare. And it's a Santa Muerte. I've called in the Santa Muerte to help. And I need to do a previous video on how I actually call the Santa Muerte. Most of you that watch the channel know. I don't really get into the novenas and stuff. I just do the little basic calling to her. It's worked for me, and she seems happy with it. If I thought she wanted the novenas, sometimes I do get the impression that a novena is needed. I will do the novena, no problem. I have no problem with working, and calling on the Michael, Archangel Michael and stuff. I have no problem with that. And asking God for permission and stuff. I have no problem with that. The whole thing just, if I feel that Santa Muerte wants that, I'll do it. But she seems okay with me doing it this way. And I much prefer this because I'm not really into the novenas, but I will still do them if that's what she wants. It's all about what she wants, and I will do that for her. At the end of the day, this is what, that is what venerated her, was that kind of tradition. So I have to respect that. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of it's kind of like an oil I make up. It's a spray oil. It's attraction, but it's for a specific person kind of thing. That makes sense. Okay, so and I have a little bit of sugar already on that. I should mention that. By any sugar left, only a little bit. I don't want too much sugar on it anyway. It's just to sweeten him up, okay? And what I'm going to do also is, at a later date, I'm going to bind people around this guy, not tear them out of his life, but to keep them from harming him and interfering in things, you know. Now, this is Santa Muerte incense. I can't tell you exactly where I got this, but I know it came from Mexico. To be honest with you, I've had it for quite a while, and I think someone gifted it to me when they were traveling to Mexico before the pandemic. So, oh, I put the candle out. Sorry, that was my fault. I blew it out by accident. So you can use cigarette smoke, incense, obviously, cigars, whatever. And this is what you need to do. Get the incense or the cigar smoke and blow it on the skull, and we're turning it clockwise to get the whole head. And this incense acts as a smoke screen, so that, you know, let's say this person goes for a reading, it's not going to come up in the reading that there's been spell work done, because we're concealing it with our smoke. So I'm basically saying, you realize how important he is. He's the one for you. Sorry, I'm just concentrating. He's the one for you. Think about him. He's the only one that understands you and loves you and truly is at peace with you. You must, you must realize this. Santa Muerte, open his eyes so that he sees the client and knows that the client is the right one for him. Santa Muerte, connect the two of them physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Take away past hurts. Take away third parties. Make the roads clear for him, Santa Muerte. Please, please, please look after him and the client. Bring them together in unison as one. Every night when he lays his head, all he thinks about is the client. And he will start to convey how he feels to the client. It's not great incense, but it's working. So I do this each night, and I know the time that the target is sleeping, and I will do this. And this is good because what happens is this will slip into the unconscious of the target, and the more you do it, the more it grows, it builds, if you know what I mean. So you may not see results in like a few days to a week, but the more this is done, and I'll probably do another candle actually, the more this is done, the more it will slip into the subconscious mind. And we're getting to him on the astral plane, and this will spill into the conscious mind, and he will act upon it, if that makes sense. Very, 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 very powerful indeed. And the more you do it, that's why the client is really good. He's meditating and he's doing his bit. Some clients don't do that, even though I do ask all the clients if they could do a little meditation, 5 minutes per night. That's all. Just see in the mind how you want things to work out, and trust me, this helps this spell work immensely. And so basically, he's really good at this, and he's focusing on the result, and he's very dedicated to what he wants. And I have no doubt in my mind that he's doing everything he can alongside me, and that makes things work a lot quicker. In all honesty, these things are never sorry, I'm saying things into myself. I'm trying to multitask. These things are never done in an instant. that's what I have to keep repeating myself and saying, I'll stop doing this. Sorry. These things are never done in an instant. Results never come through in an instant. Rarely do I have seen it, but it's rare, believe me. And I'm getting a lot of people, and I need to say it again for those of you. People, please be vigilant as to who you select to work with, because those that are really, really, really going on about, I can get this done, there's no one better than me, I can get this in so many, hours and stuff. Run for the hills if you get someone like that. If they put a guarantee on it, it's a scam artist. If they say it's 72 hours, 36 hours, whatever, and the person will be back in your life, that's a scam artist. I don't show my face, but I will be showing my face. The reason why I don't show my face is because I work for a charity, and I would rather just leave it until I leave the charity, and that will be happening pretty soon, because I'm due to retire. I'm not a young chick, unfortunately, but I will be retiring, and I have no problem then, for the reveal. Don't excite yourself too much. But anyway, yeah, that's the only reason why I hide my face. I have no other reason for it. But yeah, getting back to that, people, please don't expect a miracle overnight. It's just not how it works. And another thing is that sometimes spirit tests you prior to giving you the result. I've noticed a lot of the times with love work, number one, you will see a change with regards to the couple in question. Now, this I am certain of, and I think it's to test you to see if you really, really want this, and see if you're really going to sit through it all to the very end. I have noticed that people say that the spell doesn't seem to be working. They're getting really close online. Number one, don't obsess over these people online, because it's unhealthy. If you keep viewing their profile constantly, that is really unhealthy, and it will mess with your head. But once in a while, it's okay. Yes, I think two people come together a lot closer prior to the break. I don't know what the reason is for that, but I think when they have to be together for a break to happen, and I think a lot of the time it's to test you, and if you can withstand that and work through that, the results come quite quickly, I believe. So don't let that put you off. Another thing is that a lot of couples ramp up their social media as a way of confirming that things are okay when things aren't okay. I don't believe things at all that I see on social media. Not at all. I think people put on just a big act. It's all fake, So understand that being lovey-dovey and stuff, that's just a front to show off to people. So don't pay no mind to that. You need to, see in a reading what's going on behind the closed doors. Those are the things I look for instead of social media, that sort of rubbish. I don't like social media, but anyway. So anyway, what you need to do when you get a skull candle, first of all, is clean it, wash it, put some Florida water on it or whatever you've got. I use cascarilla, which is powdered eggshell. And then what I do is I put a tiny little bit of honey, a tiny amount of honey, because the candle doesn't burn that well if you put too much on. And then I put my powders and stuff on it. And then I create the name, the target's, the client's name across the front, because we want to put it on the front of his mind. And you can put hearts, symbols of love, whatever it is, symbols of love all over it. Now, I don't know, I don't want to lift this up, but I have a tiny hole underneath this. And what I do is I heat up. I have a little tool that I use, and I heat up the candle flame, and it opens up a little bit of the candle's wax without destroying the candle. And I slip a minute photograph in there, or you could use a name paper, or just put it under the plate if you can't do that. Never put it underneath the bare candle. And it's only a tiny amount of paper. I print out the photographs so small that they fit into the base of that, because when the flame does come down, I don't want a fire kind of thing. So it's just to let you know that. And then that's how I basically link the skull candle to the person. It's basically a little picture, or you could put hair, you could put whatever you've got in there. If you've got what's called a tag lock or a subject link or whatever you want to call it, you can put it into the little hole, whatever you can manage. If you can put some candle wax over it to seal it, even better. But don't stress about that. You could simply put the picture of the person that it's supposed to be under the plate and then baptize it with some water, blessed water, or Florida water that's been blessed, and call down the name of the person into this. And this has to be a vessel for the person. There's no point just working a candle with the person's name on it. I like to do the baptism because to me that makes it more potent. So, and when I'm done, I'll take the residue of the candle and it will go into a honey jar along with the pictures. But we do have people in the way in this situation, so we're going to bind the people that are in the way so the roads can open for the two people to come back together again. When I'm working the honey jar, I'll work it for a few weeks, and I'll keep it on the Santa Muerte altar, and then I'll put it at the base of a tree or maybe in a plant. Depends on the size of the jar. I'm due to do my potted plants very soon. I do them every year, and I have always got a stack of jars that I put inside, little jars, not that kind of size. So that means that when the plant is growing, that the love is growing. So take a breath. Okay. But anyway, all that to say that I'll be doing this whilst the client is sleeping. That way I can slip in with my intentions. I will call on Dantalion most likely to help with the love aspect and the pushing of intentions in. But I believe this guy really does love the client. It's just a matter of getting things in sync, bringing things together. I don't think it will take long, in all honesty. There's a few hurdles and ups and downs and stuff, but I think he's holding back on saying, I get a strong feeling he's holding back on saying what he truly feels, and he's playing like a little mind game. I get this a lot, I see this a lot, but that's that bit done anyway. And I'm going to pop this to the side and have a look at a few cards. Okay, I'm back. Okay, it's a little bit later down the line actually, even though I'm wearing the same jumper. So, yeah, now what I think is going to happen is there's going to be someone removed from the picture. I think due to behavior that is childish, behavior that is hard to deal with. I think the target person in question can't deal with this anymore. He's had enough, and he wants this person gone out of his life. I have a feeling that he wants to settle in life. He wants to be in that one place. And I have a feeling that there's been a bit of gossip that's been going around with regards to the situation at the minute. I think it's regarding the female in question. And you're gonna, it's something that will be brought to your attention. There's like negativity in that between the two of them. There's negativity, and I think what's going to happen is someone's going to go out of the picture, and it's going to be quickly. That side tells me it's going to be very abrupt, so it's probably when you least expect it to happen, it'll happen. It's a female around the male, and I think it's affecting the health of the male. The mental health of the male is that's your guy. He is the one that is really paying the price for this, and he's just regretting the happiness that he had, and this person is just making his life really difficult. and I do think that's going to come to an ending. Yeah, but I think that the mental health is a little bit too of a worry. But once she's out of the picture and things start to settle down again, I think he'll be okay. I'm going to look at you and him 1 second. Okay, so yes, a decision will be made. A favorable decision will be made, I think, down the line, and I feel that the two of you may go on a trip together, or a little mini holiday kind of thing. And then I've got the anchor that's telling me about settling down, and I think at the minute he really is thinking about this a lot more. There's more regrets in his head about how things panned out, kind of thing. So, and then I have again, this is strange. I feel as if someone, I've got the side and the fish that was making me think that there might be an ending to some sort of work contract money issue. Um, you know, something to do with the female. I think something to do with money and the female in the equation. I know it might not make a lot of sense at the minute, but I think it will down the line. But I think she's connected to something to do with finances, and she's brought an end to something along the lines of a work issue or a finance issue. But yeah, I do believe that there are feelings still there, and I think heart card is really good. I do think that it's a decision that he needs to make, and it will open his eyes a lot more clearly, and he will see things a lot better with those new eyes. So it's a process. Yeah, and I think things are moving along nicely. I know it may seem a bit frustrating, the waiting and all of that, but things need to happen in the correct order for everything to fall into place. Yeah, I really feel she's on the way out, and yeah, I think he's going to have a chat with you. So yeah, the friend card has come up, so be there for him. I know you're there anyway. I know that, but he's going to have a little chat to you. The book tells me there's a chat coming. I think it may be to do with his state of mind, how he's feeling. Yeah, that's going to happen, I think, quite soon. But yeah, there's still feelings there. I'm pretty sure of that. And I think once she is out of the picture, I think things will start really improving. Once all these blockages are gone, I think things will start to come together. So I'm positive about this. I feel positive about it. So please stay, on a high vibration and think positive. You're good at that. You really are. You're one of my best clients for thinking that way and stuff. So thank you for working with me. A lot of them don't. So a lot of them just don't really heed what I tell them. A lot of them do, and a lot of them don't. But thank you, because it will help you. Believe me, it will serve you well. It will really serve you well. So everyone else is a House of Magic. Like, share, subscribe. I have a video that'll be on the way very soon with regards to the membership of this channel. So if you watch out for that. So it'll be very, very soon, over the next day or so. Have a great evening.